Good day, Kneecap Blessings Academy family. Today, we are going to have one of our best professional developments. Today, we're going to learn a trick to let us know how to advocate for our students. As you know, we are a center for special needs, a preschool for special needs, and we want to advocate for our children whenever possible. So our objective for today is to learn an acronym that will help us learn how the steps necessary for us to advocate for our children. So as you know, we first have to start with what we know. So everyone has pencil and paper. I need everyone to write the word epic. Write the word epic on your paper. Now, epic is an acronym. I want you to write what you think epic is about. What is it about? What are the acronyms? That's what I want you to put on your paper. I also want you to put 2 reflective questions that I know that you'll be able to answer by the time our meeting is over. The first reflective question is, what strategies from the ones that we are about to learn have you used before? So you're listening to the strategy so that you know which one you've used before. And the second reflective question is, how can you accomplish the idea of sharing epic? So those are your 2 reflective questions. So again, our objective is to make sure that we learn how to advocate for our children, and we're going to do that by using the word epic. So write epic really big on your paper. So we're going to start with advocacy. What is advocacy? What does advocacy mean? So advocacy means having the ability to share your thoughts with someone that will convince them that how you see a situation is the best situation to be in. So in other words, when you advocate for someone, you are putting your best foot forward so that that person is able to get whatever it is that you want them to have, right? So I'm going to give you an example of advocacy, and then that's another one. So now you have 3 things you have to do before you leave out of here. You have to tell me what EPIC stands for. You have 2 reflection questions. The first one is, what strategies have you used before from EPIC? And the last is, how can you accomplish the idea of sharing EPIC? And now you also going to give me a subject that you want to be an advocate for, okay? So when you think of advocacy, this is something that is happening or lack thereof to one of our children that we feel that they should have. And we are going to stand in the gap to make sure, whether we're speaking to the parents, whether we're speaking to the Early Learning Coalition, whether we're speaking to Miami-Dade County Public Schools, our job is to make sure that our point gets across. So the first thing we're going to do for those of us like me that are visual learners, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to engage, okay? We're going to engage our audience. So that means that we will come in, we will be knowledgeable, we will be friendly, and we will always have a smile. We want to engage with our audience. We want to make sure that our audience is listening to us. So that's what the E stands for, engage. We want to engage our parents. Now think about a time when you engage your parents. Think about a time when you engage your parents, right? Then once we have their attention, we want to let them know what the problem is. So since you're being an advocate, that means there's a problem. There's a shortcoming. You need to share with the parent what's the problem, and you need to be knowledgeable about the problem. Why is it a problem? These are the actions that you take with your P. So with your E, you're going to engage your audience. With your P, you're going to tell the audience what is the problem? Why is this happening? Okay. Next, we have the I. The information. Now you're sharing with your audience, what is the solution? So you engage them, you have their attention, you told them the problem. Now you have to share a solution. To advocate means to know that there's a problem, but you also have to have the solution to the problem. Okay, so now we have E for engagement, we have P for stating the problem, and now we have I. The I is for the information that you're going to give for the solution of the problem. And next, we have our C, which is the call to action. What is this audience going to do? They have to do something. What do we want the audience to do? That is a call to action. You're not leaving out of here without knowing that there's something that we want from you, right? So we now have our audience. We told our audience, we made them feel nice and warmy inside and fuzzy. And then we shared our problem. But we're not just going to bring a problem. We're also going to share the solution to the problem. We're going to give information. And lastly, we are going to have a call to action. What do we want us to do? And as you know, I will never let you go without information. So here you have, each one of you will walk out of here with this newsletter. You have what you're going to do, which is engage the audience. You have sharing the problem. You have the information, the solution that you need to share. And then you have, if I turn it this way, it will work. Thanks for letting me know. Then you have the call to action. So you have epic. Okay. So now let me share with you what my advocacy is, so you could see it done. Okay. Next, we'll do it together, and then you will do one before you leave out of here. So here I am. The first thing is a parent. So my audience is a parent. I will invite the parent to my office, offer them coffee, offer them tea, make them feel at home, remind them who I am. And then I go with my P. And what did we say the P was for? That's right, our problem. What is the problem? The problem is that we have little Johnny, and little Johnny is not speaking properly for his age. That is the problem. Once we're going to let the parent, I'm going to let the parent know Johnny needs to have therapy, speech therapy, so that Johnny can speak, so Johnny could be on developmental level, right? Once we do that, then I have to do the information. I have to tell the parent how I'm going to solve this problem. How I am going to solve the problem is by offering the parent to have them go to the pediatrician, get a referral, bring the referral back to Kneecap Lessons Academy, and we will do the initial evaluation, and we will do the treatment, and that will be sent to the insurance, and the insurance will cover it so that Kneecap Lessons Academy can begin doing the therapies. Call to action, you say. The call to action is the parents need to go to the pediatrician so the pediatrician can evaluate the child. That is epic, okay? So the next thing I need you to do is, what strategies have you used so far out of epic, out of the engagement, out of knowing your audience, engaging your audience, out of stating the problem, out of informing the audience of the solution? out of call of action? What strategies have you used before? The second and last question is, how can you accomplish the idea of sharing epic? And this is where we're going to stop. I am going to give you a minute so that you can come back and share the ideas with us. Remember, I shared my idea. We talked about epic. Now it's your turn. I can't wait to hear what you have to say.